For more than a century, scientists believed they understood one of the ocean's strangest predators. Museums labeled it correctly. Textbooks repeated the same story. Documentaries showed the same terrifying image again and again. But in 2026, everything changed. Because hidden deep inside the preserved tissues of several fossilized specimens, researchers discovered something impossible. Certain biological structures that scientists thought were damaged were actually natural organs. Not faint, not overlooked, completely invisible under normal examination. Only when researchers scanned the tissue using ultra-sensitive fluorescent imaging did the truth finally appear. And now, after the discovery was published in 2026, paleontologists and marine biologists are facing a disturbing possibility. We may have misunderstood this creature's entire life cycle. And even worse, two newly discovered specimens don't match anything in the fossil record. Nobody knows what they are. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the recent breakthrough that is forcing scientists to rewrite the history of one of Earth's most mysterious sea predators. But first, imagine Earth nearly 90 million years ago. The oceans are warm, dark, and crowded with giants. Massive marine reptiles patrol ancient seas. Schools of armored fish move beneath volcanic coastlines. Entire ecosystems exist in water so deep, sunlight barely survives. Somewhere below the surface, something is hunting. At first glance, it seems small, barely over 40 kilograms, thin body, weak jaws, vulnerable. But this juvenile creature belongs to a bloodline that will eventually become one of the most terrifying predators in prehistoric oceans. The problem? For most of its life, it wasn't a predator at all. It was prey. For decades, scientists assumed this creature matured rapidly. Growth estimates suggested it reached adulthood in under 10 years. But the new 2026 study revealed something shocking. The growth markers scientists had been counting for decades were incomplete. Inside the fossilized bones were hidden developmental rings completely invisible under normal lighting. Entire years of growth had vanished from the record. When researchers exposed the tissue to specialized polarized fluorescence, additional rings suddenly appeared, and the results changed everything. The creature didn't mature in 10 years. It took nearly 28 years to fully develop. That's almost 2 extra decades surviving in one of the deadliest environments in Earth's history. Think about that. For over 15 additional years, this animal existed trapped between worlds, too large to hide from giant predators, too small to defend itself, burning enormous energy every single day while growing painfully slowly. Scientists now believe these creatures gained less than 1 kilogram of mass every few days during certain periods of life, and the fossil evidence suggests many nearly starved to death before adulthood. Inside the bones, researchers found tightly compressed growth lines, signs of severe developmental stress, years where growth almost stopped completely, possibly caused by food shortages, disease, oceanic cooling, or competition from larger marine reptiles already dominating the oceans. Whatever it was, very few survived long enough to become giants, and suddenly the fossil record started making sense. For decades, paleontologists wondered why adult specimens were so incredibly rare compared to juveniles. Now they may finally know why. Most never made it. The creatures displayed in museums today may represent the survivors of an almost impossible life journey, not unstoppable monsters, but the rare winners of a brutal evolutionary lottery. Then came the discovery nobody expected. While scanning one partially preserved skull, researchers found strange internal channels running through the jawbone. At first, they assumed the structures were caused by fossil damage or mineral fractures. But under fluorescence imaging, the channels formed a repeating biological pattern, natural anatomy, something the species was born with. The problem? No living marine predator has anything similar.
Scientists cannot explain what the structures were used for. Some researchers believe they may have contained pressure-sensitive organs capable of detecting movement through water in complete darkness. Others think they supported specialized soft tissue